All right. Okay. So Kakarot, what video did you want to watch with me again? Okay. So Vegeta. Okay. So you remember like a few months ago when me and you saw the Return of the Foss's top 7 favorite style movies of YouTube video? Yeah. Well, I really enjoyed watching that video with you, so I thought that would be a good idea for the two of us to watch another top 7 list from the Return of the Fossa, and this one is on his top 7 favorite Cartoon Network TV shows. What do you think? You think you could watch it with me? Sure. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of the Return of the Fossa, but I can admit he can dish out some good and funny content. Yeah, well, I'm a pretty big fan of his content. I'm not gonna lie, even though it is pretty lame how he hates our franchise, and he hates us. Yeah, I know, right? Ah, yeah, but hey, he still likes a bunch of good shows and all that, and I thought that would be interesting for us to see his top 7 favorite Cartoon Network TV shows. Yeah, well, with all that being said, let's get started. Okay, let's see. Hopefully, it won't put any bad shows on this list. Yeah, okay. Top 7 my favorite Cartoon Network TV shows. Number 7, the Powerpuff Girls. What do you think of the Powerpuff Girls being on there, Vegeta? Uh, I don't think I'd put it on my list, but I don't know. I never really minded the Powerpuff Girls that much. It was the Powerpuff Girls. It was always okay for me. It was always okay. Like it did have some great characters. Like I love Mojo Jojo. He's an awesome villain, and the professor dude was pretty cool. But yeah, like the three girls, man. The three girls were always just like Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup. They were always just average to me. Not bad, but C tier. But C tier, like yeah, like but still though, I didn't never really mind the Powerpuff Girls that much. Yeah, well, yeah, the original is much better than that reboot that came out in 2016. Oh yeah, that reboot's garbage. Yeah, and it's definitely. And I enjoy the Powerpuff Girls too. Like, it's not the best show ever, but it's still definitely a better girl show than My Little Pony. Oh, yeah, that's true. But yeah, I wouldn't put it on my top 7 list, but I can see why Fossa would put it on his list. Okay. All right. What's at number 6? Number 6. Oh my god, no! No! What is this show doing on this list? Annoying Orange? Are you kidding me? Annoying Orange. You don't like Dragon Ball. You don't like Dragon Ball, but you like the high fructose adventures of the annoying Orange? What? Oh, come on, that show was garbage. Cartoon Network canceled it for a reason. Yeah, what? Why is this show on this list? It's terrible. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Literally, the only good character in the show is the human dude. The human guy is awesome, but everyone else sucks. Agreed. Agreed. Seriously, yeah, the human guy, he's the only good character in the show. He was actually pretty funny. He's cool, but everyone else sucks. Yeah, especially annoying Orange himself. Gosh, I can't stand that voice of his. Yeah, and yeah, I agree with Phantom Strider for putting the show at number 1 on his top 10 worst Cartoon Network shows list. Yeah, I can see where Strider was coming from with that. Jeez, I can't believe this show is on this list. Yeah, I bet he's going to sleep on some real good shows on this list too. Yeah, number 5, Adventure Time. Very good choice. Yeah, very good choice. Ah, like for me personally, I don't know if I'd put Adventure Time at number 5, but it would definitely be on my list for my favorite Cartoon Network shows. Yeah, but I wouldn't put it above shows like other Cartoon Network shows like Regular Show or Ed, Edd n Eddy. Yeah, and I know the Return of the Fossa hates those shows too. Yeah, number 4, Star Wars: The Clone. Oh my gosh, Star Wars is so overrated. Like really, really overrated. I was never the biggest fan of Star Wars. Like it's not bad, but it's just really overrated. I seriously don't get why people love Star Wars so much. Like the Clone Wars, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't that good either. It was like C. It was like a C tier for me. Well, I thought the Clone Wars was okay. It's more like B tier for me, but I agree. I'm not the biggest fan of Star Wars either, although I wouldn't call it overrated. No, 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 no. It's definitely overrated. It's definitely overrated. It's average, and yet people suck it off like it's one of the greatest things to ever exist. Like it's God. Yeah, the Clone Wars definitely shouldn't be on this list. It shouldn't even be an honorable mention. Not that it's bad, but it's by no means worthy of lists like these. Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. Although I thought it was okay. The lightsabers were pretty cool. Yeah, the lightsabers were pretty cool. I do like the lightsabers. Number 3, Sonic Boom. Very good. Yep, very good. Uh, like Vegeta, which Sonic show do you think you prefer between Sonic X and Sonic Boom? I don't know. Probably Sonic X, but I would still really like Sonic Boom though. Yeah. Yep, and this is a really good choice for number 3. Yep. Okay. Number 2, Dexter's Laboratory. I wouldn't put it that high up on the list, but I don't mind it being at number 2 on the list. Yeah, neither do I. That show was pretty funny. Yeah, it was. but I don't think I'd put it on my top 10. Yeah. Uh, Number one, Ben 10 TV shows and movies and short films. Ben 10, huh? Yeah. I don't know if I'd put Ben 10 on my top 10, though. I would probably put it on my top 10. That show was pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, like definitely my favorite character from Ben 10 was the grandpa character. What was his name? Grandpa Max? Yeah, Grandpa Max. Yeah, he was pretty cool. Yeah, he was pretty cool. But although I don't know if I would consider him to be my favorite character. I also did really like Ben himself, and Gwen was pretty cool. And yeah, Ben 10 was a cool show. I definitely wouldn't put it at number one, but I can see why Fossa would put it at number one. Yeah, like not the worst choice for number one, but not the best either. Okay, so is there any honorable mentions or anything? No, apparently that's about it. All right. So what'd you think of the list, Vegeta? It wasn't very good. It wasn't very good. Like there were some really good shows that were put on that list, but yeah, there were some pretty bad. Like there were some shows that were put on this list that I don't think even come remotely close to being on this list. Like Annoying Orange, really, really. Seriously, if that show's worth watching for any reason, it's definitely for the human character. That human dude, the human dude's cool. He's funny, but everyone else sucks, especially Annoying Orange himself. How could the High Fructose Adventures of the Annoying Orange be the sixth best Cartoon Network show of all time? The fact that Fossa likes that show, but not Dragon Ball or regular show with Etta and Nettie, lame. Yeah, I know it is pretty lame, but hey, opinions are opinions. Yeah, opinions are opinions. We shouldn't get too toxic about that, but still. Yeah, and the Clone Wars at number 4. Again, Star Wars is so overrated. I wouldn't put any Star Wars show on my top 10 Cartoon Network shows list. Like, it's not bad. It's just average. It's just average. And the live action movies are boring as heck. Oh yeah, those live action movies can be pretty boring. Yeah. Like The Force Awakens. Oh my gosh. I saw that one. I saw that one on DVD one time with Trunks. It almost put me to sleep. Like there were a few cool moments, but my gosh, the whole film was just like over 3 hours. Like was mostly just like over 3 hours of nothing but boredom and stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, seriously. Put me to sleep. Wake me up when it's over. Yeah, that movie was so boring. Yeah, never again will I watch it. Yeah. Star Wars is so overrated. It's not exactly a bad franchise, but it gets way too much hype. Yeah, well, I wouldn't call it overrated. I always thought Star Wars was just okay. Like the cartoons are fine, but the live action movies can get pretty boring. Well, maybe at least the later ones. Yeah. So Kakarot, what do you think of the list? Eh, well, it's not the worst list ever, but not the best either. And yeah, I agree with Annoying Orange, with how you think Annoying Orange should be on there. Yeah, that choice is crazy. But yeah, he still includes some really good shows on the list. Yeah, like Adventure Time, Sonic Boom, Ben 10. Yeah, those cool shows made it onto the list. But yeah, so Kakarot, is there any other video you want me to watch with you? No, that's about it for now. You can go, Vegeta. All right, see ya. See ya.